love getting a decent deal off Facebook Marketplace. There is nothing better than being the first to a deal. And I wouldn't normally make an entire video about one Facebook Marketplace pickup, but this is special. As you can see, there is a lot of games here, and the best thing about it, these were free.
Game pickups! Food in the Games Room! Rush Trips! Live Game Hunting! Oh yeah!
Let me just give you a little bit of context for this deal. So, I was browsing Facebook Marketplace, as I do all the time, looking for awesome game deals, and this came up for free. And as it's free, you have to be super quick. You know, it's super competitive on Facebook Marketplace, especially when things are free. So I was super lucky, and I'm glad the gods were shining on me this day to be able to pick this one up. Looking at the picture for this item, it was pretty hard to see what was there other than the top layer of games. But just looking at that top layer of games, you can see there is Minecraft, there is some decent Lego games. Regardless of what lies beneath, there is an amazing amount of stuff here. And for free, you can't really complain. So I knew I had to pick this up, I arranged to grab it, and we're going to delve deep into this find. Just remember then, this item was free. Some of the games are missing from here, some are damaged. It's going to take a little bit of work to clean these up and get them into a presentable order, but you know, the person just wanted to get rid of these to make room. At the end of the day, it's in this box, and you can see it is deep. Like, before I was digging into it, I didn't realise there was going to be two Xbox 360 controllers. I saw the PlayStation 3 controller, but I did not realise it was Xbox ones. And the thing is, I had no idea what was going to be in here other than the games I could see on top. Like, you know, there's loose discs here, and you just dig down, and it just goes deep. It is to the bottom, so you can see there is a lot of stuff in here. And when you start to tally up how much this is all worth and what decent tiles are in here, you'll be amazed at the value of this box. It may surprise you to find that what comes next is actually one of my favourite parts of game collecting, and that is the organisation. I haven't quite got to the point of putting everything in alphabetical order yet, but I do like to have everything organised. So I'll be de-stickering the games, working out which ones I have, which ones I want to trade in, and sadly which ones are actually empty, and the ones I want to keep in my collection, or the ones that are going to trade in for a higher price. I want to really clean those boxes up. As I said, these have been in the shed, so some of them do need a good clean. Now, let's get organising. First things first, let's get the most disappointing thing out of the way. These are all the games which are empty, which is pretty gutting. So we are missing a Call of Duty Black Ops 2, a Lego Batman 2, Call of Duty Ghosts, Modern Warfare 3, you know, these would have been some pretty nice trading ones. Thankfully, nearly all of these are already in my collection, and you know, the person who gave these items away for free did say some may be missing, so if nothing else, these will be good spare boxes for any damaged games which are complete. It is a real shame that both copies of Minecraft for the Xbox 360 were in fact empty. This would have been a fantastic one to have traded into CX, but all is not lost, as you can sell these for £2 to £3 on eBay if you so desire. Also, I will be keeping hold of these because if I can find a disc-only version of Minecraft, making it complete will make it a much easier sell. First off, let's talk about the PC games, probably the ones I'm least bothered with. There may be some incredible titles here, but I just don't really collect PC games, except if they're like the big box ones. As you know, they're just so cheap either on Steam or digitally, you know, but there's some really good titles here, such as Fallout 3, Left 4 Dead 2, and of course, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Sadly as well, these don't trade in for very much, so I'll probably be taking these ones to the charity shop. Let's get these ones out of the way. Of course, there's going to be a lot of sports games. You know, it is a games bundle. Regardless of price, there's always sports games. And we have FIFA through from 09 to 12, as well as Evolution Soccer and FIFA Road to the World Cup. You know, these are not games I'm going to add to my collection. They have no trade-in value, but if the cases are in decent condition, they are good for replacement cases. Finally, before we get on to the best bit of the haul, we have the weird loose discs. Some of these discs, I just don't even know why they're there, but they're there, so we're going to talk about them. So we have FIFA 12, absolutely nothing to write home about there. Transformers, Revenge of the Fallen, which is a shame that game's not there because it's a really good game. Harry Potter Years 1 to 4 for the PlayStation 3, but that disc looks pretty grim. I don't know if that comes through on that. And we have Skate 3, arguably one of the best skating games of all time. and also Lego Batman 3 Beyond Gotham. So I'm not really a big collector of disc only games, but I'll put these to one side in kind of a storage box in case I ever come across the boxes. These are all the PlayStation 3 games I get to add into the collection. And remember, I got these for free. Sure, they need a bit of a clean up, but that's nothing a wet wipe can't handle. And if I'd gone into CX and brought these games off the shelf today, this would have set me back around 65 quid for these games. Sure, some of them do need a bit of a sort out, like this Plants vs Zombies has definitely been through the wars a little bit, but being flattened in some strategy guides, that'd be good as new. So these games we are adding into the collection for free. Here we have then the games that are doubles that we already have in the PlayStation 3 collection, and the CEX trade-in of these 3 games alone is £19. 3 games, £19. Very good start. Here we have then the first of the many Xbox 360 games we get to add into the collection. These are all games I do not own at the moment. These are just the lesser titles. There's still some really good titles there, such as Tomb Raider and Lego Batman, and even Skyrim the Legendary Edition, as it has the DLC for the game. But there's a couple of heavy hitters we are adding to the Xbox 360 collection. These are the heavy hitters we are adding into the collection for the Xbox 360. First up we have Sonic Free Riders for the Kinect. Maybe not the greatest Sonic game of all time, but if we were to buy this in CX, it would have been £6. Next up we have Lego Star Wars 3, The Clone Wars, one of the very few Lego Star Wars games I haven't got in my collection. I've been really excited to play this one as I love The Clone Wars. This would have been an £8 game in CX. And the heavy hitter, it may only be £10, but I would not want to pay £10 for Rambo the video game. I have heard this game is one of the worst things ever put on a disc, but I'm happy to add it to the collection for free. I would not have paid £10 for this in CX. So as of today, if I had gone into CX and picked all these games off the shelf, they would have set me back £88. All of these games I got again for free. £88 these would have set us back in CX, but we still have all those Xbox 360 games we have as trading fodder. Let's just get these ones out of the way then for the Xbox 360. These are all the games that trade in for 1 to 10 pence. You know, we've got your Kinect Adventures, your Far Cry's, your Assassin's Creed. These aren't really worth anything, really. You know, these all go straight to the charity shop or just used for spare cases for some of the games that hold a little bit more value. Talking of CX trade-in fodder, all of these games together today will trade in for £18. That is £18 we can spend on anything we like in any CX store. These are games I already have in my collection, so I have no attachment to. I got them for free and have turned them into £18 of in-store credit. Of course, it's not just games we have. We also have those couple of controllers. So they were missing the battery covers at the back, but you can pick these up on eBay for about £2 each. So I put some batteries in this black one, and sure enough, it does power on. Obviously, I need to fully test these, but if this does work fully perfectly right, even though it has got a little bit of damage on there, this will trade in the CX for 21 quid. Also, we have this white Xbox 360 wireless controller. Even though this thing is absolutely filthy, I put some batteries in and again it does work. So I do need to fully test this, but again, this would trade in for £14. It's kind of a weird market at the minute because Xbox 360 controllers are getting harder to get. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. I might keep it because I always like to have a nice stack of Xbox 360 controllers, or I might trade it in. I guess I'll see how I feel. There we have it then, that is all the games from this deal. So, let me just break this down to you. Remember, this was a free Facebook Marketplace pickup. Games added to the collection was worth over £150. If I'd gone into CX and bought all of these games today, off the shelf, they would have cost over £150. But that's not all. With the games that are at least over £1 trade-in to CX, we have £37 worth of games to trade into CX to spend on retro gaming awesomeness. And they are all games I already have in the collection, so they have no value to me. As well as that, I'm going to be taking a load of games to the charity shop, and, you know, I'll still have those PC games. Let me know in the comments down below if you want any of those PC games. Literally, I'm happy to send them to someone who will appreciate them. But wow, for a free thing of Facebook Marketplace, we nearly had £200 worth of value. All it took was driving there, picking it up, sorting through it, cleaning it up, and making ourselves an amazing deal. But before we end the video, there is one last piece of exciting news I want to share with all of you watching at home. Adding these Xbox 360 games to my collection this time from this deal has taken my grand total of Xbox 360 games owned to over 400. It is such a fun, cheap, easy console to collect for. You can play all the games. This is definitely the exception, sadly. These kind of deals do not happen all the time, especially for free, and I feel super blessed I was lucky enough to pick this one up. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. Please subscribe as I put new videos out every Saturday live at 5, as well as bonus videos. Thanks for watching again, and as always, keep playing the game. See y'all soon.